Hi, and welcome to the Practical Ascension podcast. I'm your host and Practical Ascension guide, Tracy Goody. So today on the podcast, I am tapping into the energies of 2023 with the assistance of my collective of guides that I work with, the Ascension Collective. The Ascension Collective is a group of guides who have taken on the role of assisting humanity with its awakening and transformation, much like I have. So this is a vast collective of supportive energies that are here right now to support you and all those that have the intention to anchor more light onto this planet. They're here to help move through restrictions and illusions from previous programs and distorted energy structures held on Earth. So as I opened up the 2023 energy, as I mentioned, it's a vast collective of supportive energies. However, the guides that came to the forefront with this 2023 message are Archangel Metatron, Melchizedek, and Saint Germain. They were right at the forefront. So when those three come together, you really get a vibe of the alchemist. You get a vibe for transformation, for rising above, for rising into your gifts. What else is possible? So this message is specifically for those anchoring, guiding, and leading the light as we enter 2023. And that is up to your definition. Every single person listening to this podcast is a light leader in their own way. It might not be that you're the traditional spiritual teacher or a coach or a guide or a psychic or something like that. You will have your own way of leading the light. And that way creates the change you want to see. It creates the transformation on Earth that anchors these ascension energies. So don't get caught up in me calling you a light leader, a light worker, a light warrior, a change maker throughout my podcast, because just know that I am speaking to you, and your own definition of that is what creates that in your reality. Okay, so as these transformation energies intensify, as we're leading into this 2023, this field of introspective, inwardly focused, very 7 energy. 2023 is a 7 universal year, which I am very comfortable in this energy. I know this very well, so I am very excited for 2023. So it's going to be a time where we are anchoring great transformation for many on the light path. And this may be already happening for you. You may have felt like you're on a bit of a roller coaster ride of expansion and contraction, ascension and descension over the last few years. And the visual the guides brought through is like picturing a sphere, picturing like a circle or a sphere. And in the center of it is kind of like a water line, right? If you can picture that. And you're like, maybe you get thrown under a little bit, something crazy happens, or you're invited into this next stage of your growth and you're like, and you kind of like go crazy for a little while, and then you rebalance and you're like, okay, yes, I've embodied this. I understand this wisdom. I understand this. And then the sphere spins again. And then again, you're invited to something else. So that's kind of the energies that we have been going through. Now, as we're moving into 2023, it is a deeply equalizing year is what came through. A year that is here to bring many into this balanced alignment with their true self that we've been going back and forth with over the last few years. And as we continue over this next period on Earth, light leaders will be called for more than ever. And again, if you're listening, you're a light leader. You're defining it in your own way. It's whatever way you are anchoring your unique ascension energies to Earth. More souls than ever are going to begin or deepen their spiritual journey this year. Again, it's an effect of that 7 universal year. They're either going to be called to the light, kind of called to this spiritual connection. You might see a lot of people opening up to that. Or they might be hitting a bit of a rock bottom and having a deep realization that something has got to shift. Either way, a big portion of the collective is going to be making some type of a spiritual opening shift this year. So 2023 is going to continue to see this deeper awareness of disharmony and distortion on Earth and in the human collective. So light leaders, again, talking to you, who have incarnated in this lifetime to be the change and anchor the light, are going to be guided to spend more time within curating their vision and unique soul mission and attuning themselves to the frequency codes that only they can bring to the planet. So every single one of you listening plays a key role in ascension. Every single one of you is an energetic master, even if it doesn't feel like it at the moment that you're listening to this. An empowered soul with so much experience across the cosmos to even get to this point of incarnating on earth, to even get to this point to incarnating in a place with massive restrictions, limitations, memory loss. And you're just like, you're the type of soul master that you're like, yes, I want to do this. I want to assist with ascension. I want to be a part of this. I want to play a role. And you choose to incarnate in this place where you know that all of this is going to be present, because the transformation of fear, lack, and separation back into the light of love, abundance, harmony, and connection is just too good to pass up. You understand that your soul can contribute to this, and you understand that you can design the lifetime, the personality around these things so that you can anchor this light in your own unique way. So I really just wanted to get that point across, is that you're anchored here in this lifetime. You've incarnated here in this lifetime because you're a master, not because you don't know what you're doing. Even when the human mind thinks you don't know what you're doing, the larger part of yourself knows that you are exactly right for this, and you are the exact one to be doing this work. So with this mastery does come a deep sensitivity, and that's going to continue to deepen in 2023. You may find that your own emotional, mental, and physical systems feel different this year. You're transforming and anchoring the light more than ever. You are one of those with a guiding vision that will help to actualize a shift into golden consciousness on this planet. So your role is important, your vision is important, your connection within is very important. Now, I also mentioned that this is going to be a year of more clarity of where the imbalances lie. So that could mean more drama and more fear coming to the surface to be rebalanced into light. So this is going to be happening collectively and individually. It is going to be easy for many in the collective to fall into this drama trauma that 2023 brings. So this is an invitation to the light within, but many of us are not going to recognize it as such. We're just going to recognize it as trauma. So don't get wrapped into the distortion. Our soul mission expands and intensifies this year to have us more focused on our role, more anchored into our vision for ascension, and more tuned into our soul desires so that we may actualize them in the here and now. 2023 is going to see us peeling back the layers of who we no longer are as individuals in this lifetime and as a collective. There is no separation, is the way that I see it in 2023. There is personal, there's collective, it's all together. It's all working together. Another visual that the guides brought through here where that we are working in tandem with ourselves as individuals and for the collective as a whole. It's like we've been riding a bike on our ascension path, and we've practiced, and now we have some stability and ease on the bike, and we can enter times where we can flow a little bit, right? We're riding on the bike, we are experiencing flow, and now as we're entering 2023, the universe is like, you know what, let's upgrade them to a 2-seater bike. They've been doing their work, let's upgrade them to a 2-seater bike. So now we have to learn to rebalance and allow the spirit, the divine source, universe, God, your higher self, whatever you most connect with, to assist with the flow and forward movement. So if you're picturing, again, a tandem bike, right? If we try and go it alone or in the same way we're used to, we may find that we tip over quite easily and we have to pick ourselves back up quite often. Now, in 2023, we're building our momentum for the following 2 years, 2024 and 2025, where we may witness a spiritual maturity in ourselves and the human collective. So a little bit of a turning point, a little bit of a break, I guess. Would I call it a break? Kind of like a break in 2024, 2025. So we want to put the work in 2023. And by the work, I mean focusing within. So when we work in collaboration with the divine, again, coming back to this 2-seater bike that we're invited to now, through our intuitive connection, we will be guided into innovation and insight. More is possible now. It's not just the challenging ascension energies that are intensifying this year. The energies that bring joy, peace, clarity, and soul connection are also going to be amplified. So we're going to be peeling back the layers. And if you've been doing the work for a while, this may feel like a bit of a slog. Like, I've been doing the work. How many more layers do I have to get through? It's a constant unfolding. But this doesn't have to mean that we can't also tap into our soul desires, increased peace, clarity, joy, and fun as we peel back the layers. It becomes easier. You let it be easier. If you are somebody who has been working on Ascension Awakening for a while and you're finding it just exhausting, then take a step back and take a look at your beliefs about awakening, your beliefs about ascension. Do you believe you have to suffer in order to wake up? Do you believe that you have to struggle every single day to get through these ascension energies? So pay attention to that, because those beliefs as well can keep you in a more challenging place than needs to happen. Another part of this peeling back of layers will be letting go of your previously held structures, habits, and ways of thinking about yourself and about the world. We are being asked to be very flexible and fluid in our beliefs in 2023. There is going to be so much more for you to uncover and experience about what is possible in this life and this reality, and Ascension energies will be relentless in supporting us through choosing a new reality. In 2023, we're also going to see this new wave of heart-brain connection become very apparent. So we can work with this individually by matching our human beliefs we hold in our brains and hearts with our spiritual beliefs. We collaborate with our heart and our logic. So with that scientific understanding of reality and our spiritual experience, these two things working together creates this cohesive, coherent energy that really amplifies our soul desires, our potential, and our flow. So as a collective, we're also going to have the opportunity to bring these two systems of logic, scientific, and heart feeling experience together. It will be very interesting to see where this year takes us to as a collective. So with all of this focus on peeling back the layers, descending energies, and going within, it can be really easy to feel overwhelmed this year. Or like, how do I even work with this? How do I handle and move through this transformation that 2023 is offering up without having to go totally off the grid or totally insane, right? So stay focused on the present moment as much as possible is the answer I got for this one. We have been designed for this time of transition. The soul that you are, the human that you are designed for this, and all your power for this resides solely in the present moment. So everything you need to know about what to look at or work on within yourself resides right here in the now. You don't need to look for what's broken or unhealed or anything like that within you. And you don't need to try and dig up these old patterns and force them into submission. This is a year we are welcomed into spiritual flow, into that kind of tandem bicycle where we flow with the divine and those higher aspects of who you really are, and we allow them to guide, them to lead. And we just do the pedaling, which is just the 3D actions when we are guided. We don't have to always be pedaling because we are working with the divine on that tandem bicycle now. Sometimes we just have our feet kicked up and we're just going along for the ride. And sometimes that might feel absolutely beautiful and blissful, and other times that might feel absolutely terrifying. So just understand that it's just one of those years. You are always given what you need in the moment. You are always guided to the layers that are ready to shift at the moment. No need to go searching for them. No need to go hunting for them. They will be there in your face. You will be guided to the teacher. You will be guided to the book. You will be guided to whatever you need to. Just trust in the process. However, you are not being guided to heal and recover random beliefs, energies, and layers throughout the year. There is a very spiritual kind of karmic energy system in place that is leading you exactly into your most empowered, awakened potential. So you're going to be guided to those. And that's why I'm saying don't bother going looking for them. Don't sit down and be like, what are all of my limiting programs? Pay attention in the moment to your life. What's causing me discomfort? When I'm waking up in the morning, what's on my mind? What habits, what things kind of perpetuate in my life? That's what you want to look at, because that's what's going to really guide you into more of flow and into those really powerful releases and transmutations. So it's all about flow in the present moment and learning to be one with whatever is going on in that present moment. A deeper understanding of how powerful your inward focus is will really be revealed in 2023. So lots going on. It might not feel like there's a lot going on, but there's a lot going on under the surface, right? Okay, so here are my keys for 2023. Number 1, remember who you are every single day. No matter what drama, what trauma is going on around you and in the collective, come back daily and as often as you can. Remember who you are. Remember the feeling of you. Not the programmed personality part of you, the part of that larger part of you, that feeling of connection, of joy, peace, and light. Remember this deeply in every cell of your body daily. And when you move through challenges, find ways to remind yourself of this. So what I notice about moving through a lot of descending energy and being invited really into your shadow is sometimes when you're in that space, you are also in the energy of forgetting who you are, forgetting, all of the good things about yourself because you may be spiraling down a little bit. So when you are in a good space is a really good opportunity to kind of create a toolbox or a game plan for when you're in the descending energies. So you're getting proactive about it, getting proactive about remembering who you are. When you're moving through a balanced ascension and feeling really good, create a support for yourself. So create reminders, recordings, team up with other light workers, find resources, books, meditations, group programs, anything that reminds you who you really are that you can come back to during that descending phase. So set yourself up for as much ease as possible moving through your descending phases by anchoring into those tools that feel most aligned for you. Your ascendant self is an excellent guide for your descending self. So utilize your multidimensional aspect and be there for yourself. And we're going to be doing even more of that in the next few years. I'll probably be talking about this more in 2023, being there for yourself, guiding yourself, coaching yourself, all of those things. Okay, so key number 1 is remember who you are. Key number 2 is practice discernment. There will be many options in 2023, and you can easily get lost in the noise of it all. Stop, tap into yourself, listen to what you need mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. You are a whole interconnected being and you know what is most needed by you. If you are not clear on what is needed in any given moment, then just start a practice. Just start practicing. Practice with body scans. See what areas of your body are asking for something. See what needs to feel balanced and harmonious. Journal to tap into your mental energy and ask what that part of your system needs. So discernment is going to be it already is, but it's one of the most crucial tools going forward as we are being asked to use our discernment to harmonize ourselves from the inside out this year in 2023. Okay, so again, key number 1, remember who you are. Be there for yourself. Key number 2 is practice discernment, especially when it comes to tapping into what you need in the moment. Key number 3 is do not fear the descent. Descending energies are just as beneficial to your awakening and growth as ascension energies. Accept yourself as you are, where you are in any given moment. Give yourself unconditional love and support, not so you can move out of the discomfort quickly, but instead with the intention of nourishing yourself because you recognize your greatest joy, fulfillment, and expansion come when you are aligned with yourself. So you align with yourself when you don't fight against it in the present moment, but lean into what you need the most. If you're fighting against yourself, the descent can become longer than it needs to, more uncomfortable than it needs to. So as much as is humanly possible, embrace the descent, accept yourself where you are at, because from there you're going to allow it to flow more quickly. You're giving yourself that self-love, that self-compassion of saying, hey, I recognize that you don't feel really good right now, and so I'm going to embrace you and I'm going to give you what you need. That's where your discernment comes in. I'm going to give you what you need and take care of you as you're moving through this. And again, from there you move really a lot more smoothly through these descending energies. key number 4. So again, number 1 is remember who you are. Number 2 is practice discernment. Number 3 is do not fear the descent. Number 4 is be mindful of your habits. And this is the last key. Pay attention to what you focus on. Are you focused on what you want or what you crave from this place of like mental lack place, or are you focused on your soul desires? You're going to be guided into deeper awareness of this very naturally this year. What is it I really desire? Not what do I usually do or what am I used to that keeps me going, keeps me afloat, but what is it that deep down in my core, in my heart, do I desire to experience and bring to fruition? What is really important in this life? And what am I making a big deal out of due to programming that I'm ready to let go of? There is magic in soul desires. You are the co-creator of your reality, and your soul desires are your guideposts along the way. All right. A lot of information here. None of it is shocking as we're entering a 7 universal year. I mean, it's going to be inwardly focused. There's going to be a lot of spiritual themes coming to the forefront. So in total, 2023 is going to be a very interesting and introspective year filled with twists and turns and limitless opportunities to connect and embody more of who you really are and actualize your soul mission and purpose. So I love a good descent into the darkness and uncovering the innovations, wisdom, and insights that lie within the dark. And if you feel the nudge, I invite you to check out how you can work with me as we enter 2023. I've put some links in the show notes below. I have 3 options right now that I'm going to mention. I have Rebalance 2023, which is a month-long group with weekly workshops and questions and answers to prepare for working with the descending energies for both you and your clients. Again, I know this space really, really well. We're going to be exploring shamanic EFT to work with aspects of yourself. We're going to be exploring depression, anxiety, and the energies that go along with them during this ascension process, and releasing personal and collective trauma of the last 3 years. So if you want to join that, that's only $7 to join that group. I'm really excited for it. I also have my Ascended Co-Creation, which is a 9-session practice of Ascended Co-Creation with the assistance of the Akashic Records. That'll be getting going at the end of January. And finally, I have my Ascension Alchemy Temple, and this is a self-study and a live group program to anchor into and expand Ascension energies of 2023. So this is a living library that's going to continue to grow throughout the year, and you can secure your space in that now. I would be honored to have you. So in any way that you may feel guided, check out the links in the show notes below and brace yourself and coach yourself and love yourself through 2023. It's going to be a very interesting year, but one that holds so much value and so much insight moving forward. Thank you so much.